UNCP women's basketball coach John Haskins, the Braves take on the Armstrong State Pirates at 1:30 on Saturday. Coach, last time out was a week ago, last Saturday, a road overtime loss at USC Aiken. What were some of your takeaways?
Tough game. I didn't think we played great. I didn't think we played bad. Aiken's a very good team. I thought the difference was rebounding. We gave up, I think, 21 offensive rebounds and got beat by 9 on the board. So they were bigger than us in most positions, and I thought rebounding was the key factor in that game.
Other than rebounding, what have been some of the other things that you took from that game and have really worked on in practice in the past week?
Well, we just got to shore up every aspect of our game. Taking care of the basketball, we had 15 turnovers against them, which I thought was too many. And then shoring up our defense in terms of making sure we're contesting shots and not giving up easy shots.
Looking to Saturday's game now, your first of 2 games against Armstrong State. What can you tell us about the Pirates?
Athletic team. They've had some injuries that have hurt their post play, but they've very athletic, good perimeter players, shoot it and drive it. Raymondville's averaging, a wing is averaging, I think about 12, 13 points a game, leading them in scoring. She's a 3-point threat, also put her on the floor. And Jenkins, their point guard, is also a very good penetrator. So I have to do a good job on them. They've got another shooter on the perimeter, and then Gibson in the post. So I think the big thing is making sure we're contesting perimeter shots. They'll take a number of threes and then chasing down long rebounds, and then executing offensively and making sure we're getting good shots.
UNCP men's basketball assistant coach Drew Richards as the Braves get ready to take on Armstrong State on Saturday. Coach, last time out, the Braves took a tough loss on the road at USC Aiken. What were some of your big takeaways from that game?
Aiken played well. Give them the credit they deserve. They came out ready to play, and you could see the start of the game, they were kind of a little nervous initially, but then they realized that we weren't attacking as we usually do. They got some confidence, and down the stretch, after I think we went up 12, they came back and we hadn't been in a situation with a close game, which I guess is a good thing. We've been playing pretty well, but when the game got close and they took the lead, it was almost like it was foreign territory. But after that game, we really sat down and challenged, especially our guards, our senior guards, on maintaining a level of success on the court and playing Braves basketball. So we've had a couple good days of practice, so I think we've really responded from that. And hopefully, moving into Armstrong, we've learned something from that game, and we've improved.
But now a week in between games, that can help resting some guys. It can also hurt in terms of guys who've been playing well. Who's really stood out to you in the last couple games?
I thought our post players, Zakia and Nigel, last game played really well. They both had, I think they had 15 of our total rebounds for our team. I think our post players have been pretty consistent this year, just statistically across the board. We've been pretty consistent on the guard spots as well. The good thing about this team that's led us to have some success is the fact that we're so deep. We got guys coming off the bench that could start in a lot of programs across the country. So, the more we can still utilize our depth moving forward, that was going to separate us from a lot of teams, because a lot of teams can't go, they might go 7 or 8 deep, but to go actually 10 deep, 11 deep, it's something that is going to give us an advantage in the long run, I think, but we just got to make sure we utilize it, and the guys, when they're in the game, need to give as much effort as possible, because they know the next guy coming in is going to keep that bar high.
Looking ahead now to Saturday's game, what can you tell us about Armstrong State?
Really talented. Beat Augusta last night, which was a big win for them. Have a freshman guard who's probably the best freshman in the league, other than Akia. He's averaging 18 a game, had 10 threes last night, 10 for 13 from 3. 34 last night. So he's talented. That's not like it's a rare. He had 30 against Lander the other day too. So he's shooting the ball at an extremely high clip. They just got another player back who's a forward, who's really talented as well, that missed some games. So they're starting to be a little more cohesive, and they're a very talented team. So one thing we got to take a huge step forward is defensively. That's kind of been our Achilles heel all year, not consistent on the defensive end. And Armstrong's good enough to come in here, and they're talented enough that if you don't sit down and guard and grind it on the defensive end, that they can make you pay for it. So hopefully this week we can take that time that you talked about, really improve on the defensive end, and it'll be a battle on Saturday. Looking forward to it.